look at this couple of these problems from your worksheet preparation for Monday's test. All right, so we're looking at this problem here, which has a bunch of different angles which we have to find, and I think we have all the arcs. This one is not showing up. It's 110. You have it in front of you. Okay, I'm sorry, you got to read these angles off because when I went to print it got a little messed up. Okay, so let's see. We've got exterior angles at X, Y, W, and Z. These are exterior. Exterior. Remember the exterior angle, okay, like for angle Y is going to equal 1/2 the difference of the two arcs that it opens up to. Now, if I go up to angle Y, I see it opens up the arc BADC, so I could just name that BADC, arc BADC, that arc, minus, that's the furthest arc, minus the closest arc, which is going to be BC, okay, BC. Okay, so these angles are exterior angles formed by two tangents. So what one portion of the circle is covered by the exterior arc, the rest of the circle is covered by the closest arc. So that's 1/2 of, what is it, arc BDC is 100 plus 60 plus 90, so that's 250, yes, 160 plus 90, so 1/2 of 250 minus the closest arc of 110, okay, so that's 1/2 of 140, which makes that angle Y equals 70, okay? We'll find the other angles in the same sense. Angle X is 1/2 of the furthest arc, which is the arc BCA, BCA arc, minus the closest arc, which is AB arc. Okay, so that's 1/2 of BCA. Well, it's easy enough. BA is 100, so BCA is the rest of the circle. So that's 260 minus 100, okay, which is 160 divided by 2. 160 divided by 2 makes that an 80-degree arc at angle X, right? So that's an 80-degree angle X, okay? We can find the others in the same way, okay? I guess we're not after any of those others. Let's identify the other angles that we're after. Angle C is an inscribed angle. Its vertex is on the circle, so it's half of the arc that it meets up with. It meets up with the arc BAD, so angle C is equal to 1/2 of the arc which it meets up with again, which again is BAD. Okay, it's 1/2 of that bad angle, right, which is 160. So that means that angle C is 1/2 of 160, which is 80, yes? Angle A is the opposite angle of the inscribed quadrilateral to A. A is opposite of C. And inscribed angle, the opposite angles of an inscribed quadrilateral are, okay, what we know to be supplementary, right? So angle A is 100. Even though I didn't ask for that, we can find it right there, okay? D is an inscribed angle meeting up with the arc at ABC. So angle D is 1/2 of the arc ABC. ABC arc is composed of two arcs, 100 and 110. So ABC arc is 210. 1/2 of 210 is 105, okay, which is the measure at angle B, at angle D. XBD, XBD is an inscribed angle that's formed with a tangent and a chord. It meets up with the arc AB, so it's half of AB, and half of AB is half of 100, so that's 50. And I think that's all for that. That was a good problem because it involved a lot of different type of angles. Okay, so there you have it on that. Okay. Okay, we're going to come back. We're going to look at a couple more of these problems, okay? 38 through 42 all refer to the same picture here, okay? So let's take a look at one or two of those. Let's look at 38. We're going to mark these off. Arc AE is 86, 86 at arc, and arc BD is 40. We're asked to find the angle BKD. BKD is the interior angle, so BKD as an interior angle is half the sum of the two arcs which it meets up with, which are the arc of BKD is half of the arc AE plus BD. So that's half of 86 and 40, okay, which is half of what, 126, which means that that is a 63-degree angle, okay? Let's do another one of those. Let's look at one which is asking us to find, let's look at this one, number 41, in which case we have the angle here at 14. So 14 is the angle here at C. Now, okay, they tell us that AE arc this time around is 140, and the BD arc is the one that we are left to find. So we're going to call that X. We've got this angle out here at 14. So we know that the angle C is an exterior angle, and the angle C is equal to 1/2 the difference of the furthest arc, so that's arc AE minus arc BD, okay? So we always put the formula down so we know what pieces to put into the formula. Now we know that that angle C is 14, and that's equal to 1/2 of the AE arc, which is said to be 140, minus the BD arc, which we're putting in as X, okay? Now I don't want to mess with no fractions, so I'm going to double both sides, turn this into 28 is equal to 140 minus X, okay? A little switcheroo, so X is equal to 140 minus 28, which means that X is equal to, what, 112, okay? So that takes care of that. And you can do the other problems the same sort of way, okay? I like this problem up here, number 6, okay? The fact that it's telling us that all these arcs are equal means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arcs equal. So 5 into 360, okay, 5 into 360 goes 72, right? So each of these arcs is 72 right here, okay? Which means this angle up here at Y, okay, is an inscribed angle formed with a tangent and a chord. It's half of the arc which it meets up with, okay? Although it meets up with two arcs. It meets up with one arc of 72 here, and then another arc of 72. So that angle there at Y is half of 144, or 72. Now, what is the measure of angle X here? Angle X is an interior angle, much like what we saw down here in this previous problem, okay? So it is angle X. Angle X is what? 1/2 the sum of the one arc of 72 that it meets up with. Where's the other arc that it meets up with? A 72-degree sweep here and another 72-degree sweep here. Okay, so you need to trace that out, see where the verticals of X meet up. They meet up with an arc that spans two arcs of 72, so it's 144. Okay, so you can finish that off. It's not that complicated. Okay, these over here, hopefully you can figure this out. What is angle X? Angle X is half of the furthest arc minus, okay, the closest arc. But what's the furthest arc? I don't know. I know the closest arc is 120. The furthest arc, since these are tangents, since this is 120 on the inside, the furthest arc is going to be the rest of the circle, 360 minus 120, or 240, right? So there it is. 240 minus 120 is 120, half of which is 60. So the angle here for number 4 is 60. Okay? I'm going to cut this video off at this point because it's getting long. Maybe I'll come back and do another couple problems. Okay? Maybe. Good luck.